You're listening to the Domenick Nati Show. News, gossip, celebrity interviews with limited knowledge and accuracy in sports and politics. And now, your host, celebrity publicist, Domenick Nati.
It's Friday, and it is time for the Domenick Nati Show on Intellectual Radio in Chicago and iHeartRadio. Well, we've got another good one for you today. Today's guest is Porcelain Black. Porcelain Black. I don't know if you know that name, so I will fill you in. Porcelain Black is a recording artist, and she is in the news a lot for her celebrity friends. So, Porcelain Black is on the show today. I have a lot of things I asked her. Number one is she is known for being very good friends with Aaron Carter. I asked her if she would ever date Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter has also come out in the last few months as being bisexual. I asked her how Aaron let her know about it. I asked her if she would ever date Aaron Carter's nemesis, Justin Bieber. And she is also friends with Lil Wayne. I asked her if she would ever date him. And we got a very good and interesting exclusive about Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star is in the news a lot. He is, I believe, a makeup artist or stylist, I cannot remember, for celebrities. And it has come out that he is racist. And Porcelain shares a very disturbing racist story about Jeffree Star that was picked up in the press. So this is going to be a very juicy, gossipy interview, and we're also going to talk about Porcelain Black's new music. And before we do that, let me just do this. This is the last time I'm going to talk about this. As you guys know, last week's guest was Whoopi Goldberg. We went through the whole thing. Whoopi got upset and hung up on me, or maybe just her publicist got upset. Again, this was nonstop. It was literally 10 days straight that there were news reports and stories coming out about this. I addressed it all last week. Again, I just want to say that for the news stories that I do appreciate you guys covering our interview, and much appreciated. Again, even more extravagant, exaggerated stories came out. It was literally a 2-minute interview. I asked Whoopi a question about sexual harassment. She said no. Her publicist chimed in, told me not to talk about it, and hung up. That was it. She did not have a meltdown on my show. All the things that you're reading are not coming from me. They are just coming from the press, a lot of it conservative press, and that is what they want to write, and that is how they see it. So that is it. You've heard this disclosure last week. One more time this week because a lot more stories came out. But this week's guest is Porcelain Black, and we'll be right back with her right after this drop from Bill Cosby.
5, 4, 3, 2, go.
This is Bill Cosby, and you're
not Bill Cosby.
Oh, you're Bill Cosby.
Yes, I am.
And this is the best radio show.
Good for you.
What?
No, what do you want?
I was wanting you to say you're Bill Cosby, because that in your voice to prove that you've actually been on the show.
Why would they not believe that I was on the show after you played a tape of me?
I guess it's
help me out.
Other radio shows do this, and we're trying to compete with them by getting a big name.
Well, you have that. You have Bill Cosby, and I am a big name.
Anyway, Bill's a big fan of the show.
Yes, I am.
Right. He's listening.
And you know why? So far, this is the only program I've listened to. Just the one with me on it.
Right. That's the only one.
That's why it's my favorite.
So if Bill's listening, you should be too.
And my name is Bill Cosby, and I approve this message.
This is the Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio. Do you have a business and are looking for a creative and effective way to market your product or services? Are you an entertainer or recording artist looking for a captive audience to display your talent to? The Domenick Nati Show is now offering on-air commercial advertising for as low as $50. Your product or talent will be presented by celebrity publicist Domenick Nati and be seen on our social media accounts and on iHeartRadio and select stations throughout the country. Send us a message on social media at Dom Nati Show or email DomenickNatiShow@gmail.com for more information. The Domenick Nati Show, maximum exposure, minimum censorship. You're listening to the Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio.
Okay, welcome back to the Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio in Chicago. I have been telling you about our special guest, and the time has come. Porcelain Black is on the phone with us today. Porcelain, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Yeah, if it's okay, I'll just jump into some questions. Now, I want to clear up some rumors. Are you dating Aaron Carter?
Oh my God, no. I've been friends with him since I was freaking 12. Like, I've literally known him 17 years for such a long time. That's the homie. And we went out and just to get dinner to catch up. You know what I mean? He was going through a bad breakup and his father just passed away. So I just wanted to see him and make sure he was okay and, you know, just check in on him. That's the homie. He's like family stuff.
Wow. Okay, yeah. The tabloids really took that to another level then.
Yeah.
Really.
So funny.
Yeah.
We're laughing. We're like, this is amazing.
Well, yeah. So you've known him for how long?
Like 17 years.
Wow.
Forever.
Okay. Yeah. So did you know about Aaron's bisexuality before he went public with it, or were you just as surprised as everyone else?
No, I didn't know.
Okay. So you didn't find out. Did he tell you personally?
Yeah. And I was just like, I had spoken to him earlier that day, and I was just like, oh, cool. Good for you.
Yeah. Okay. So was he just calling like his friends and telling them like before the press found out?
I mean, I talked to him all the time, so it wasn't like he was like, hey, I'm calling you just to let you know. He was just like, hey, what's up? Like, I talk to him all the time. So, and I was like, oh, okay.
Would you ever date Justin Bieber?
Fuck yeah. He is so hot now. He is so hot. It's funny because I've met him a bunch of times, you know, when he was younger. And I was like, oh, he's so cute. And now I'm like, ooh, yeah. We can go to church together, babe.
Is he getting you involved, interested in church now? Is that working? Where people are starting to think, hey, maybe I should go to church. That's where the guys are at. No,
I don't know. Well, maybe. Well, you know, it's funny because I've been to the church that he goes to over in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hot guys there. Like hot guys. I used to go with my friend Nate Bazulik that was on Vampire Diaries.
Oh.
He was super religious, and he was like, come with me. And I was like, all right, let's go. So that was a couple of years ago. And I was like, oh my God, everybody's so good looking. I'm like, this is amazing. So.
Well, then I will stay away from that church. If you have to be good looking to go there, I'll go somewhere else. Okay, so you would date Justin. Have you ever been on a date with Justin Bieber?
No.
Did you see signs of Aaron's bisexuality during your friendship with him?
No, I don't think there's like sexuality has a certain look or anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just some people are, some people aren't. You never know. You can't judge, you can't assume. But you know what I mean? I don't think there's like specific characteristics, you know. I mean, sometimes there are. You know, when there's gay guys voguing in the club and you're like, yes, work!
Yeah. But, okay. So there's never a moment where you're like, are we checking out the same guy? Like that didn't
No.
happen. Gotcha. Would you ever date Aaron Carter?
No, that's like my
No.
brother.
That's your brother. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, and then he's like holding my hand, but like I was drunk. Of course he's gonna hold my hand out the club. I don't want to fall.
He's being
I'm
a good
like,
friend.
yo, help me out.
Yeah.
I like never go out or do anything like ever. I never party, nothing, because I'm just always working. So
Yeah.
you know, I'm a lightweight nowadays.
Now, would you ever date Lil Wayne, or is that he's in the friend zone?
He's in the friend zone.
Okay. The only reason I ask that is because this is what our listeners love the most. They just, I interviewed Amber Rose a few weeks ago, and it's like all people wanted to know is who she would and would not date. So
Right.
I'm sorry, it's not me. It's the listeners.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think Wayne's like really cute. He's really hot. He has his own thing going. With like me and him vibe really good. But like when you're friends with somebody, you see that they're a player. You know, he's a player to life. So like, what's the point of freaking? You know what I mean? Like, just be friends.
Yeah. So you wouldn't date him because you can obviously see that he's a player. Like he's not really committed.
Yeah, and he should be though. He's Lil Wayne. If I was Lil Wayne, I'd be getting out of control with it too. You know, so
yeah.
Good for him.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, what celebrity have you enjoyed meeting the least?
Well, I used to be friends with Jeffree Star, and I think he's just the worst fucking person, scumbag human being to ever walk this earth. So.
Who is it again?
Jeffree Star.
Jeffree Star. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to call him a celebrity. But, I mean, he's got his makeup line now and lots of fans, but I don't deal with that racist shit. He did some real racist shit when we were hanging out, driving around one day, and it just really bothered me, and I can't be around that. So.
Yeah. So he's Kim Kardashian's, right? That's her makeup person. I don't know if he goes by a guy or girl, right? And then, so the racist stuff with him has come out in the last few weeks. And then, are you saying that before that came out that he's always been racist?
Oh my God, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I became friends with him when I moved here when I was 17. And we were friends, and then she was just saying the N-word all the time. And then my last straw was when we were driving. I remember it perfectly. This was years and years and years ago. We're at Hollywood and Highland. And he keeps a bunch of change in his cup holder of his car. And he was like, look at those effing N-word. And picked up a huge handful of change and chucked it at their car and screamed the N-word and like destroyed the paint on their car. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, did you really just do that? Like, that really just happened. I have black family and stuff. I have tons of black friends. I'm from Detroit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I can't imagine somebody doing that to anybody, let alone like a family member or a friend. It was just foul.
Wow.
I just was in shock. Like, that's some serious hatred. That's not like just going around saying the N-word because you think it's funny. And now he wants to sit around and backpedal like, you guys need to get over it. That was like a long time ago. I apologize. Fuck you, dude.
Wow. And what year do you think was this? What year was that?
Well, probably 2007.
Okay. So that's just how he's always been. Wow.
Yeah, he's always been like that. And it's like now that he has, a big makeup company, he's got to be politically correct and stuff, but that's really how he feels. Like, he genuinely feels like that about black people. Like, it wasn't like one time when he got caught. Like, it was all the time. I told something at home when people aren't around and they laugh about it. And he started like, with this creepy deep laugh. Like, girl, bye. I know for a fact he is. So he can sit there and fool the world and act like everybody needs to get over it. But
And I talked over you, but you did call him a pussy ass bitch, right? So that I just want to make okay. Let's make sure that
100%. You know, and I'm sure he's gonna tweet my phone number again, like he did before, and tell everybody to call me and tell me to kill myself. So bring it on.
Yeah.
Go for it. You know what happened? Everybody called me and was like, "I love you, Porcelain," and I was like, "Oh, I love you too." Nobody said anything mean to me. I was like, "You're stupid." So I answered the phone calls all night, talked to people, and then I changed my number. But I was like, but that's how he is. So whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, saying it is bad enough, and then to go another step and be vandalizing people's cars because they're black. It's just, I mean, so horrible. It was so horrible.
I agree. So where can fans best keep up with you and find your new music? Where would you like them to go?
My Instagram is the best. I have a Twitter, but I don't really use it anymore. But my Instagram is just Porcelain Black. Yeah. And I do all my updates, all the teasers, so everything you need to know is there. So.
Okay. So Instagram. So go to the Instagram, and these singles are coming out when?
I haven't put a set date because, you know, things always change and things happen and, you know, so, but definitely I was hoping for this year. I still might release one this year, but, you know, it's about to be fourth quarter and the whole industry shuts down. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do it, just release one, just to hold everybody over and get something going, or if I should just wait till the top of the year. So I'm still figuring it out, but I'll definitely be posting snippets and little things to keep people posted, and so they're not bored waiting.
Gotcha. Okay, so just check your Instagram, and you will get all the updates and look for her new music. Thank you so much, Porcelain, for being on the show today. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Hey, this is Whoopi Goldberg, and you're listening to The Domenick Nati Show.
This is The Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio. Do you have a business and are looking for a creative and effective way to market your product or services? Are you an entertainer or recording artist looking for a captive audience to display your talent to? The Domenick Nati Show is now offering on-air commercial advertising for as low as $50. Your product or talent will be presented by celebrity publicist Domenick Nati and be seen on our social media accounts and on iHeartRadio and select stations throughout the country. Send us a message on social media at Dom Nati Show or email DomenickNattyShow@gmail.com for more information. The Domenick Nati Show, maximum exposure, minimum censorship. You're listening to The Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio.
And we're back. Domenick Nati Show, Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio. That was our exclusive interview with Porcelain Black. Yes. A lot of good stuff that she discussed. She's got a lot of good music out, and I appreciate her discussing her dating life and possibilities with us and her celebrity friends. And also, I was shocked to hear that story about Jeffree Star, and it's a little disturbing and obviously disappointing to hear that, but those are the claims that are being made about him being racist. So obviously he does not claim that. This is another story that has come out supporting those allegations. Again, we are neutral. I do not know Jeffree Star or any of the celebrities mentioned today. So this is just a sounding board. This is a place for people to come and talk and share their experiences and their views and their opinions. And that is what we've done yet again. So thank you, Porcelain Black, for being our guest this week. And thank you all for listening. I do not know who next week's guest is going to be. We've had a little bit of a drought since the Whoopi Goldberg fiasco, but we've been through this before, and we will be back. So keep it here, and we will see you next Friday on the Domenick Nati Show. We'll see you next week.